Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Dak Prescott justifies record contract with incredible game-winning drive versus Steelers. There is no team in the NFL that sets their quarterback up to fail more than the Dallas Cowboys do with Dak Prescott. With just one difference maker at wide receiver and without an impactful running back, Prescott's margin for error is smaller this season than it has ever been. That has made it easy to defend Prescott. However, Prescott made it hard, almost impossible, to defend him with his performance Sunday night against the Steelers. While Prescott authored a statement drive in the third quarter to regain the lead, it was his 3 turnovers, including an interception and a fumble in the red zone, as to why the Cowboys even had a deficit to overcome. They could have been up by as many as 2 touchdowns in the first half had Prescott taken better care of the football. Prescott was essentially making up for his own mistakes, but the Cowboys gave him a record-setting contract before the season to deliver with the game on the line, and he did just that. With Dallas' season potentially hanging in the balance, Prescott connected with Jalen Tolbert on 4th and goal in the final minute of regulation for the game-winning touchdown. He wasn't great, but he didn't blink and had ice in his veins when it mattered most. Like it or not, that was a $60 million drive. He was almost the reason Dallas lost in last night, but he is also holding this team together with strings and duct tape. Cowboys running back sends strong message after breakout game. Sunday night's win was the first time in his injury-plagued Cowboys career that running back Rico Dowdle truly got the opportunity to carry a heavy load for Dallas. He carried 20 times, the most in his career, for 87 yards, and added 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown to put together the best game a Cowboys running back has had all season. It was also the best game of Dowdle's 5-year career. His previous high had been 79 yards rushing on 12 carries last November against the Giants, totals that represented not only his most yardage but also the most carries he'd had. Dowdle has shown the appearance of being a rhythm runner, meaning he needs to get a significant number of carries to find his groove and succeed. He's never really had that in Dallas, first playing behind Ezekiel Elliott, then behind Tony Pollard. He had it Sunday in Dallas's 20-17 win over the Steelers. His message for the Cowboys coaching staff: keep feeding me the ball. It felt good. It was just like I said the whole time, it's just all about finding a rhythm, Dowdle said, via the Cowboys website. We stuck with it. The linemen were making holes and we were able to pound it down against a good Pittsburgh defense. Cowboys may have a number 1 option. Dowdle could, in the end, be the answer for a Cowboys running game that entered Week 5 as the worst in the NFL, ranking 32nd in yards gained. They gained 109 yards, their only 100-yard game since Week 1, in the win over the Steelers, and made a move, however slight, up the rushing yards chart to 31st. Baby steps. But the Cowboys may have found something in Dowdle they've been lacking: a reliable, every-down option they can give the ball to, allowing them to limit the touches for veteran Ezekiel Elliott, who has struggled this season in returning to Dallas after spending last season with the Patriots. The Cowboys let Pollard walk in free agency last winter, and after they did not draft a running back in April, they signed Elliott and committed to a committee approach for 2024. But Dowdle has established himself as an option to be the team's lead back, and with veteran Dalvin Cook on the practice squad and eager to be called up, the team may be ready to juggle its committee. Blockbuster Cowboys trade pitch sees Dallas losing quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys have some time to make a trade before the November 5th deadline, and one NFL analyst and expert has an idea of who he thinks they should trade. In a September 30th feature for Fansided, Nick Villano named one player from each NFL team who he believes should be traded at the 2024 trade deadline. For the Cowboys, Villano suggests to trade a quarterback who has been with the team for years. NFL analyst says Cowboys quarterback is about to have no value to the Cowboys. In the feature, Villano says the Cowboys have to look to the future, and that means looking at their stable of quarterbacks. They currently have franchise quarterback Dak Prescott and backup quarterbacks Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. They have two pretty good quarterbacks playing behind Dak Prescott, who will likely have no role with this team except as insurance, Villano noted. It's totally fine to have one such quarterback holding the clipboard who can step in at any time. 2 is excessive, especially when it's been going on for 2 seasons. That's where Rush comes into play. Rush joined the Cowboys in 2017. He was claimed off waivers by the New York Giants in May 2020 but resigned with the Cowboys that October and has been with Dallas ever since. Despite Rush's years of time with the Cowboys, Villano says it's time to let him go. Cooper Rush doesn't have the value he once had, but he's about to have no value to the Cowboys, Villano stated. After Dallas signed Prescott to the richest quarterback contract this offseason, there's no real value to developing 2 quarterbacks behind. Rush is making $2.5 million right now, but he has a chance to make much more when he becomes a free agent this offseason. Villano added, trading Rush now would give the Cowboys some kind of asset without really losing anything of value. With Trey Lance on the roster, Rush is just an asset worth shopping. What do you think? Tell us in the comments and subscribe to the channel. See you later.